Welcome to the Meeple Bunker, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at a children/family game called Go Cuckoo. It's a dexterity game where you use sticks, kind of like the sticks from Pick-Up Sticks, to build a nest to place these small plastic eggs in, and then finally get the bird into the nest. Cuckoo, I think. Anyways, you're trying to get the bird into the nest on top of all the eggs you've placed once you've moved all these sticks around. Let's go ahead and open up the tin. And this is a tin, so we'll go ahead and open up the tin, show you what's inside. So you've got your top of your tin there, and you got your bottom of the tin, which also is basically your game board, I guess, in a way. You have all these sticks that come in here, and the sticks have colors at each end, as you can see here. This one has a green and a yellow, so that comes into play later. And sometimes you have sticks which have the same color on both ends. So in this case, you have a green end and a green end. Again, that comes into play later. So you've got all those sticks. And then what else is in here? We've got the cuckoo bird, Kiki, which is a big chunky wooden screen printed or stickered piece here. And then we have this. All of these plastic eggs. Oh yeah, 20 of these little guys. And they are egg-shaped and they are plastic. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus up on them. There we go. And they have a bit of heft to them. So there you go. I believe there are 20 of those in here. I think this game plays 2 to 6 players. And like I said, it's a Haba game, or it's 2 to 5 players, I'm sorry. This is a Haba game. And I'm going to go ahead and show you about the setup here. So let's go ahead and show you how to set it up. Okay, everyone, I've got a 4-player game of Go Cuckoo set up. Each player will get 5 of these eggs. 20 eggs come in the bin, so this plays 2 to 6. So depending on your player count, everybody gets an equal number of eggs. Any eggs that are left over get set aside. How do you set it up further? You take this bundle of sticks, you put it in the center of your lower tin, and you let it go like that. Okay. So how does play proceed? Well, the first player is what they're going to do, and then everybody's going to proceed clockwise from there, is they're going to take a stick, 1 stick at a time, okay? So you're going to take this first stick out, which has a red where I took it, and it has a yellow on the end. Okay, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to draw a stick that has the same color on each end. You're now allowed to look. But in this case, I did not. So I have 3 tries to do that on my turn. Whenever I draw the stick with the same color on each end, my turn ends there. So what I do here now is I take, this is the end that was in the tin, is the yellow end. Now I have to pick a stick out of here that has a yellow top and see what I get. So now I have a yellow, whoops, I have a yellow and a yellow. So I did it in 2 tries. So now I have 2 of these sticks in front of me here. So what do I do with these sticks? Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a nest here in the center of the can so that I can take these little plastic eggs and basically perch them in there without them falling in. So what you do is you take the sticks that you have and you lay them horizontally inside the tin like that. And let's say like that. And then what I'm allowed to do is I'm allowed to take one of my eggs like this and try to place it somewhere on the perch. I didn't do this very well. So let's say these were a little closer and I tried it. Oh, it fell down in there. So it fell down below the lip of the can. So what do? Any egg that falls down below the lip of the can means on your turn, you have to take an egg from somebody else. Typically, you'd take it from the person with the most amount of eggs left, but in this case, they all have the same amount. So I just pick one at random from one of the people who has the highest number of eggs left out of these 3, and then I just put it in with mine. So basically, I just gave somebody else a little bit of a leg up, took their egg for them. Play proceeds to the next person. Next person is going to take these 1 stick at a time again. So they have a red and a green. They did not do it. Green was on the end in the can, so they have to pull a green stick. So there's a green, and a blue. So now they have to pull a blue stick, blue tip up. And they got a blue and a blue. So they managed to do it. This time they managed to do it in 3 turns. So they're going to get to place 3 of these sticks. So let's do that. There's a stick. There's, whoop. I think I'm allowed to do that. There is a stick. And then I'm going to do another stick. So there's another stick. Now they can take one of their eggs, since they drew one of their sticks with both ends the same color, and they can attempt to place the egg in here. Oops. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. We got one of the eggs to stay. And there we go. So now that person is down one egg. They only have 4 eggs left. Okay, player would proceed to the next person. So what happens if you draw 3 sticks on your turn? You don't get one with the same color on each end? Well, you still get to lay all of your sticks horizontally, but you do not attempt to put an egg on there. So basically, you don't get a chance to get rid of eggs out of your pile, which is what you're trying to do, because once you get rid of all your eggs, the next thing you're trying to do is place Cuckoo on top of her nest. So let's say this was built up, and I tried to place Kiki on there. If Kiki stayed on there stably, then I win the game. If that doesn't happen and an egg drops out of the nest or an egg drops into the nest, Kiki comes back out. I take eggs again, and then we just proceed to go. That's the exact same way it happens if other eggs fall. Now, if during your turn, when you're just going around normally, an egg drops down below the lip like we saw before, you take an egg from somebody else. If eggs fall out of the nest that you're building and hit the table, you scoop up all the eggs that fell out and they go back into your supply. So you can end up with more eggs than you started off with if you all of a sudden make some bad moves here in the nest. So from here on out, I'm going to attempt to run all 4 players and get to the end of the game, but I'm going to do it for you in fast motion. So here we go. Okay, there you can see there's the end of the game. Kiki has returned to her nest, and second player here has been victorious. So now on to my thoughts about the game. Okay, so now it's time for my final thoughts on Go Cuckoo, a game by Haba again. Everything in this component-wise is top-notch. The tin is nice. The 2-part tin here comes together really well. The wooden pieces are nice. The eggs are nice. Everything is good here. I guess the nothing really to complain about here, except maybe some people may not like the tin, but since it's really part of the game, just going to have to get over that. The directions are simple. There's only a couple of pages of rules that are well illustrated, and like all Haba releases, it's got it in multiple languages, so if you're from a family where you speak languages other than English, obviously you're going to have an easy time doing this, and we're explaining it to friends who may not speak English or have English as a second language. It may make it a little bit easier. The dexterity component is, really well done. people, I think of all ages would enjoy this game. If you have a family, you'll enjoy it. This is also something I might want to pull out at a party. I mean, it's meant for kids and probably for families, but I'd pull this out at a party and have it going with people there. This reminds me of another Haba game, Rhino Hero, or Super Rhino, I guess, depending on which region you're in. Something that you can get out, and everybody will kind of be like, hey, what's that? You know, they're going to look at this and see it on a table, and they're going to think, hey, that's something I might be interested in. And they'll get drawn in by the little components, the little eggs, which are a nice heft to them. I think people would really like this, so we enjoy it in my family. And I think everybody should give it a try. You can pick it up on Amazon or through the Haba USA site pretty easily. I think this one was sub $20 as of basically the time of this video. So go ahead and get yourself a copy, and until then, Meeple Bunker out.